Yo, what is up, everyone? I'm back. I got another movie review for everybody. I want to start off again just by updating everybody that I've been pretty consistent with a video every Wednesday, whether it was part of the original podcast or stuff I've been doing since that had ended, the season had ended for that. But I'm starting to get a little busier in my personal training business. So I just don't have as much time to put towards this. And honestly, there's not enough ROI on it to really cut out the time when there's better ROI on other stuff right now. And there's only so much time in the day, so I kind of make that decision. So I will not be making videos for a little bit. I got some other things I got to take care of. I will be making videos and stuff on my business page. So you can still, if you really love my face for some reason, you can go there and see me. And I will be active on Instagram and X, still Twitter. So if you really give a shit, you can see what's going on there. And I'll announce if I'm going to have a new video at some point. I'm sure if I see a movie at some point or something, if the mood takes me, I'll make a video. But until then, I got other shit I got to take care of. But that being said, today we are going to talk about a little movie called Godzilla X Kong. And I got into this cinematic universe, if you will, about a year ago. I had not really watched any of the movies. Or at least the new movies. Of course, I've watched the old Godzilla stuff. But I hadn't seen the new Godzilla and Kong stuff. So about a year ago, I decided I was gonna, because I saw that series on Apple was coming out, which, believe it or not, I still haven't watched. But maybe I'll talk about that at some point when I finally watch it. But I knew that was coming out, and I was like, well, shit, I love the Godzilla, and I really never gave any of them a shot, so I'm just going to watch them in order, one right after another. And that's what I did. And I watched all that before Monarch came out, which was the end of last year. And then I saw this, Minus Zero was coming out, and I wanted to see that. And then I knew a new one of this was coming out. So it all just worked out. So when I heard about this movie, I knew I was going to go see it because obviously I had seen all the other ones. And every one is just a continuation of the last one, really. So I was like, you know what? Every week in March, I've watched a movie. Every week this year. And I think I watched that many movies all of last year. Out in the movies. Of course, I watched movies, but out in a movie theater. And it's crazy. Now there's a break. Now I don't even know. I think something comes out the end of April, maybe, that I want to see. But I think May, there's one or two. And then one or two in June. They're kind of spaced out. I was just really surprised how many movies that I wanted to see came out in just the month of March. And I do like the movie experience, don't get me wrong. It's just that it ain't as much as it used to be. So I'm not going to go support shit I don't really want to see just to go to the movies. I'm only going to go if it's something I want to actually see. Anyway, so that all being said, I can say that this movie was very enjoyable. Every movie I've seen this month that had any kind of CGI in it has been so much better than a lot of stuff that had been out the last year or two before that. It was like terrible. And this was pretty freaking good, and there's a lot of CGI in it. a lot of the movie is the monsters in it, so it's a lot of CGI. And I was never really taken out of it. Like, wow, this looks like shit. I never really felt that, so I was really happy about that. Let's uh, let's check out what the what Rotten Tomatoes has on this sucker right here. All right, so we got a 55 with critics and a 93% with audience. And again, let's let's click on these. For better or worse, is a kids movie now. It's a throwback to goofy Godzilla movies that we grew up with. Okay, what's the problem? What do you want to have? Why can't it be like that? I'm scaling pure Saturday morning cartoon energy to accommodate his big screen vision for chaos. Destruction delivers all that as well as fully earned. Fleeting beats of wonder and emotion. A soulless, empty endeavor. Really? I wouldn't have said it was soulless, dude. I wouldn't say it was freaking Shakespeare or Gone with the Wind, dude, but I wouldn't call it soulless. Plot is a little common. Some of the lines are a bit clunky, but I enjoyed it for what it was. A monster movie. All right, yeah. Dumbed down and stripped of symbolic subtext of the earlier movies. The picture is not without seat-shuddering thrills, but it's like a tag team wrestling bout for monsters rather than a picture with meaning. Okay, but look, dude, listen to me. I'm going to watch monster movie. I don't need fucking deep. Okay? People go to horror movies. They like a good story or even a bad story done right. But dude, you're not going for like deep ass drama and shit here. If there are to be any more Monsterverse movies, something I don't favor, turn them over. He knows how to do it right. Now, I will say, if I had to pick, I pick minus over this one, obviously. But I still wouldn't say it was a terrible movie by any means. By any means, I would go see it. And if I hadn't seen it, I would. Well, that's kind of stupid. But what I'm trying to say is, again, I think it goes along the lines of what I said for the last movie. Is if you feel like going to the movies and you have the money for the movies, go see it. It was a good. It was all right to see in the movies. Probably better in the movie theater with all the action and shit to see it. And if you don't really have the money, you don't need to see it. It wasn't any earth-shattering thing. It continued the story, gave you some uh, lore of the Hollow Earth, but dude, it was just a monster movie. We're looking for explosions and a bunch of things kicking the shit out of each other. That's what we're there for, you know. And don't get me wrong, Minus had a great story, but it's okay to have the other one too. That's okay. They both can exist. It's all right as long as you give context to people. You want to come see a beat 'em up? That's PG-13. Go to that one. You want something a little deeper? You go to the other one. Both are all right. They both can exist in my book. Now they're up to 1,000 verified ratings here. 4.6 out of 5. 94 fresh. 76 rotten. Wow, top critics didn't like it. Look at them. They sniff their own farts, that's why. But and I would say this too. If you didn't see the other ones, I would watch the other ones first. You'll lose a lot of context with this one. Can you watch it without seeing the other one? Sure. But you'll, I don't want to say appreciate it, but you'll get a little more out of it if you saw all the other ones. You don't need to see that series on Apple for this, at least as far as I know. I wasn't unsure of anything in there, but maybe I'm wrong. And when I watch that, I'll be like, "Holy shit!" Blah blah blah. So there could be something in there, but if you saw all the movies, I think you're all right. I don't think you really got to worry about it. Now the actors, some of them are back from the other ones. Of course, there was a few new ones. She was in a bunch of them, and I mean they were all good. Good. I mean, Bernie here, and again, that's how his character's written. I think it's a little bit annoying. I know he's kind of made that way and stuff, but I didn't need so much of him being him in it. I don't mind him as a character, but there were certain times I didn't need him in it. And this fucking guy, Alex Ferns, yeah, he don't last long. And he's a very unlikable character, but again, that's how it was written, so it's okay. He does it good. But she's a big part of it. She's a big part of it. And I'm not going to give any spoilers in this review. I'll give you an overall in a couple seconds, but I'm not going to go deep into the whole story on this one. It's because it's not really that deep. You're going for the action. Go for the action. Go and enjoy yourself with all the action, and that's it. Don't look for anything else. Okay. Um, but I would, like I said, I would say it's a. I mean, for story, it's probably a 3 out of 5. But for look and cinematics and all that and CGI, I'd give it a 4.5. Easy, all day, all day. Let's go to IMDb for a sec. Let's see if there's anything interesting there. It just shows more of the better shots of the stars here. Yeah, that Alex Ferns, he don't last long. Yui Queen. Yeah, you'll learn all about that. It'll all make a little more sense because you're going to learn more about the lore of that Hollow Earth. Now, here's all the other movies. Just watch them in order. I believe it goes Godzilla. Then, again, don't 100% quote me, but I think it went Godzilla, Kong, Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla King of Monsters, and then Godzilla uh, X Kong. I think that's the order. Did I forget one? No. I think that's the order. Oh, just as a little side note, I saw the first Blood and Honey. It wasn't that great. Like, I made me laugh a few times. I'm not gonna lie, but um, I'd probably just wait and watch it when it comes out on DVD this time. But I will watch it, and I'm gonna give a review of that one because I like where they're going with it. But the first one didn't have the story. If this one is good when I watch it, then I'll go see it because they already have a third one. They don't give a shit. They're already popping out a third one. I heard so with new characters even more. So I'll probably if this one's a little better of a story and was done a little better, maybe I'll go see the third one in the movies. But I didn't want to. I want to take the chance this time. But anyway, let's get into spoilers with this. Okay, let's get into spoilers. Slight spoilers. Ready? Spoilers, spoilers. Here we go. So it takes place where they're still monitoring everything. Godzilla is up top. Kong is in the hollowed earth. He's still looking for his family and other apes. Uh, he runs into a pack of I don't know what the hell they are. They reminded me like kind of like distorted hyenas or something, but he has traps set all over the place, so he was able to take care of them. But when one of the traps set off, the ground wound up breaking through, and it opened up this whole other like hollow earth in a hollow earth. Man, there was more chambers blocked off, and which kind of opens up to where they could have 300 years of movies with all the different pockets that they could open up and say, oh, here's another pocket with more shit in it that was never discovered before. Um, which, I mean, after a while, it'll get old. But for now, so it opens up that, and it winds up where when Kong was battling the things, he had an infected tooth, so he had to go back up. Nutshell, they fixed it. There was these signals coming from somewhere in the Hollow Earth. So the little girl's getting visions, all this stuff. So Kong finds where the hole went. He went down there. He finds these other apes. They're pieces of shit. Their leader's a piece of shit. He has this thing that controls another Titan, basically, and which is like another like big like force dragon motherfucking looking thing. And he wants to take over like the surface world. He wants to take over everything basically. And he tries to be. He's like amazed that there's other apes and stuff, but they don't take kindly to him. They wind up fighting. He winds up getting hurt really bad. Frost bit his hand, where his hand was just done. And so they wind up helping him. They wind up finding another Iwi tribe, like the ones on Skull Island, but the original ones in Hollow Earth. And she winds up being almost like the savior that's going to unlock Mothra. Mothra is going to unlock Mothra, who's going to be the one to bring Godzilla down to help them in the Hollow Earth fight these bad apes and this bad force dragon. And so if you look on this picture, the reason he has that yellow thing on his hand, Kong, is because of the frostbite. And they were thinking of, they already had this tech built, and they just wound up, it just wound up being in the Hollow Earth right where they were. And it just happened to be perfect for his right hand. So they threw it on him, and he had that. He went to the surface world to try to convince Godzilla to come down originally before Mothra was risen, basically. And they were fighting, but then the little girl's able to bring Mothra back, and Mothra goes up there, talks to Godzilla and Kong. They wind up teaming up. They come down. In a nutshell, they beat the shit out of those other things, free the dragon. The dragon wasn't actually an asshole. He was just under the control of the piece of shit monkey. So once he was that done, he was basically a slave to this monkey and took revenge and froze the motherfucker, and then Kong just destroyed him. So, and then he winds up going back, and he's kind of like the leader of the monkeys now, because all the other monkeys hated that piece of shit anyway too, because he was a piece of shit. And his little, I didn't tell you that there's like a little baby monkey. It's almost like a throwback to Son of Kong and shit. But and I kind of think that's his role in this. It's going to be like his son, because its dad dies in it. Like the leader kills this monkey, and you're kind of under the impression it was his dad or relative or something. So I think he's going to kind of adopt him, Kong. So he'll be the son of Kong. And it kind of, because it was like, how was he the son of Kong? Where was Mrs. Kong? You know, in the original, I don't remember them ever addressing that. It was just Kong's son somehow. I can't remember how they addressed it offhand. Maybe they did, and I just don't remember. But I can't remember right now. But and what a way to address it, like he adopted him. It wasn't really his kid. And there you go. So, and unless they're going to have a spinoff with that little monkey, and it's going to be Mighty Joe Young or some shit. I don't know. That'll be funny, though. It'd be funny if I wind up clipping this when it happens 2 years from now. But at least it's proof that I said it. And then pretty much that's it. So he runs the monkeys, and then Godzilla goes and uses the Coliseum as his fucking circle bed and goes to sleep in the fucking Coliseum after his job is done. Because now he wants to use that as his personal fucking bed. And that's it. There's no after credit scene. There's no nothing. It just ends like that, where like he's the leader of the monkeys now. Godzilla went to sleep. The threat is gone for now. And I don't know. I haven't even looked and read if they are going to already make another one or what their idea for another one is, or even if they have an idea. I have no idea. But that's Godzilla X Kong, man, in a fucking nutshell. That's it. You learn that there's an Iwi tribe down there. That little girl is like the savior to bring Mothra back, and it was written in the prophecies on the walls down there that she would return. That a Skull Island Iwi would be the one to do all this, so that's why they couldn't do it, and all that shit now. So now they have this whole Iwi tribe down in the Hollow Earth. Now they can study. So I mean, there's definitely content there for another movie. Easy, easy. So we'll see. But again, that was Godzilla X Kong, everybody. You got a few extra bucks, want to get out of the house? Go see it. It's fun in the movies with the sound and the big screen. Or don't. Either way works. But, like I said at the beginning of this video, everybody, I'm going to be taking a break from these videos for a while. I will be making videos still on my Realistic Fitness channel and on my Facebook and Instagram for Realistic Fitness. So if you ever liked any of my fitness advice on the podcast, I do Get Real now. I'm going to be doing Get Real segments for my business page now. And so go check that out. It's Realistic Fitness. It's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Rumble. But I really don't put anything on Rumble. I'm trying to start again, but I have the channel is there, and I'm going to try to put more stuff up on there and some of the old stuff too, probably. At least start to get reels up there and stuff. But yeah, so there'll be no video in the foreseeable future. But like if I go see a movie, I'll probably jump on and throw up a quick video like this just to give my 2 cents because I care about cinema and shit. So I like it. So I'm going to do that. And if anything else fancies me, I'll do it. But I will be posting stuff on Instagram because that is an outlet for me because I can't really post that stuff on my business page. You know, I post a lot of life stuff and fitness and nutrition and things like that. And there's just not enough room for that. I tried it. I actually did try it. I did like trivia. I did trivia on my personal business page because, dude, sometimes 6, 7 posts a week. There's not that much interesting shit. And I'm not one to be like, oh, look at my life and this is what I did today and this is what I ate. I hate that shit. Like, you don't need to know my breakfast. I don't need to know yours. I do tell people how they can make better, like how they can choose what they eat. But who gives a shit what I eat? I follow the same thing I tell my clients, basically. So what it is isn't important. And it doesn't matter if I go here or go there. It's just that's not something that interests me. But I did try that to be different on there. And I actually did get some stuff. So maybe I'll do some trivia on here too on my Instagram and stuff and stuff for this page while I'm not making videos for a bit. But go follow me on Instagram at Stay Real Podcast. And in the bio is all the links for my personal training business and all the links for the podcast and everything, merch, all that stuff. So if you go follow that Instagram, you're set. If you're gonna follow anything, you do like what I do, then go there. It's all you can see it all on the screen right at the bottom. At the Stay Real Podcast on Instagram. And I will always update you when a video is coming out. So for all those who have been watching videos, if you do, or watched our shorts or started following us on Instagram or on a YouTube or anything, I appreciate you. Thanks. For those who actually watch and interact and give a shit, I really appreciate you. And yeah, man, let me know if you did like what I do. And I'll try to keep it going, like I said, as much as I can. But I got to focus on the business. I've been building that for 10 years. It's my 10-year anniversary, matter of fact, on April 1st. And it's not April Fool's Day on that. It's the truth. I did officially open my business on April 1st. And it's been 10 years. So I opened my business in 2014. So if you want, go check me out tomorrow. I'll be going live just to talk about, my business and the struggles I've had and how far I've come and what it takes being a small business owner who's got to run the whole thing on their own, basically. So if that interests you, go check it out. That'll be on April 1st. But I will have recordings of it, obviously. So if you're interested, there'll be recordings. Because by the time I drop this, actually, it'll be the 3rd. So you should be able to find a recording. So if it interests you, go check out that recording and hear a little bit about all that stuff. But until then, until I'm back and I'm making another video and I'm talking to all you again, take care of yourselves. All right? Keep your eyes open. Look around. Understand your surroundings. Understand your inside, your body. All the things we used to talk about on Get Real and all the stuff I talk about with my business and training. Just take care of yourselves. Peace, everybody.
Gonna have